Hello and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine and today I'm going to do a reading from the Labyrinth Tarot. So the Labyrinth Tarot is a novelty deck. It is written by Minerva Siegel and illustrated by Tomas Hill on behalf of the Jim Henson and Disney Corporation. So the book that comes with this deck has a few very unique spreads that are labyrinth oriented spreads. And so the spread that we're going to do today is called You Have No Power Over Me, which was the ultimate lesson of the labyrinth for the protagonist, Sarah. So it's just a short spread. It's a 4-card spread, and we'll go ahead with that now. All right, so our first card is the castle, the goal. What is it that we are seeking? Now, I've done a lot of spreads in the recent weeks that have to do with stepping into leadership and having clearly defined goals and taking action this season, as we're kind of like right here on the cusp of spring. So I decided to go ahead and do this one to see how we can follow through on some of that advice that previous readings has laid out. So first off, the 8 of Pots. 8 of Pots. So pots are cups in this tarot deck. So if we think about what the 8 of Cups means, and the booklet has all of the meanings that are very correspondent to your regular Rider-Waite-Smith tarot in the descriptions, but she ties it really nicely in with the script and the characters of the movie The Labyrinth. So it's really very charming on how it all works together. And as you can see, it is a pip deck, and it is completely legit to take out all of the pips, 2 through 10, and just work with your aces, your court cards, and your major arcana. You can completely do that and still have a fully fleshed out reading. But just we'll go with using the pips and the 8 of Pots, or the 8 of Cups as it would be in a Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So the goal is to decide, what do we need to move away from? I did a reading last week for the Guardians of the Night. No, it was the For Hexa Tarot. And part of the lesson in that reading was to learn what to move away from. So here we are. This card represents the idea of, like, how do we learn about this? How do we know what to move away from? All right, so what's the obstacle to this? What is the labyrinth? What's blocking our way to the castle? What is our labyrinth? And we have the 9 of Pots. So something a little bit bigger than our goal is blocking the way. And certainly the labyrinth in the movie was a lot larger than the Goblin Castle was at the center of the labyrinth. But sometimes it's our own wishes and desires that are getting in the way. If you think about the 9 of Cups being that abundance and that abundance of wishes, maybe the I wish something was happening is getting in the way of something actually happening. Or maybe what you need to get rid of is something that you really wished for and it wasn't quite right, or wasn't quite what you needed, but you're afraid to get rid of it because you wished for it so much. It's hard to cut those cords sometimes. Yeah. So our third card is your strength. How are you going to muscle through this one? All right. 4 of Pots. So we're going backwards a little bit. 4 of Pots. Just little pots. It's very cute. 4 of Pots. So this is definitely saying to me that you're stronger than you think. Let's do little Winnie the Pooh quotes since we're in our little Disney mode here today. You're stronger than you think. So if you think about the 4 of Cups as somebody being very focused on 3/4 of what they have and just not really realizing that there's a whole nother 25% more that they're getting that they haven't actualized yet. They haven't brought it into their field of view, or that's not in their perception yet. But what this is saying is you're stronger than you think. You have more assets and more resources than you know. And a lot of this is emotional resources, because we are dealing with pots and cups and the things that are fulfilling emotionally. It's not the pot itself, it's what's inside the pot. What's inside is what's really counts in this scenario. And so in the effort to find out what to move away from, even when it's something you really, really thought you wanted, you're stronger than you think, in that, yeah, even though you thought you wanted it, you can still move away. You still have that ability. You still have the strength to do that. And how are we going to get through this labyrinth? Our fourth card, getting through the labyrinth. How do we get through the obstacles to reach the goal? Three of Pots. Working with other people. I shuffled these cards about 10 times, and then I started doing hand over hand shuffling. So today is just a day of pots. It's just pots today. I might do a little bit of work, but yeah, working together. And that also ties in with the reading I did from the Guardians of the Night Tarot, because what was coming in for the help for that one was other people, other resources. Yeah, these cards just want to stick together. What do you guys say? What do you guys say? More? Tell me a little bit more about this Three of Pots, and don't be a pot. Okay, I can't really tell them what to do. Although, I have seen the cards take suggestions. I had a querent once that just said, oh my gosh, I want anything but the Devil card and the Death card and all that. And of course, what came up in his reading? Devil and Death card. And what was really funny is it didn't have actually any pertinent bearing when I talked to him later on how his event went that he was asking about. It's like, I don't want it to be like this. And it's like, okay, I don't want to see these cards. And he had a perfectly fine weekend. Went well. Despite all of the negative cards that he just was afraid of. Okay, focusing on the pots. Yeah, let's just get together. Alright. Bust right in the middle of something there. Four of Feathers. Four of Feathers, Four of Swords. So if you think about the Four of Swords, it's kind of like taking a retreat, finding some peace, getting a little peace and quiet, getting through the labyrinth. I think this means it's just not doing it all yourself. We often get into those zones where we think, oh my gosh, this is my problem, I have to do everything. Well, no you don't. You've got more strength than you know, but that could be strength coming from other people. So you got a 4 and a 4 here. And it might be time to step back and work with some other people and not try to take it on all yourself. Well, I hope this helped as we're trying to find some guidance of what do we need to shed, even the things that we wished for. And it's possible. It's possible. The Dancers. One more card. The Dancers. The Lovers in this. It's all about choices. It's all about choices. And working with others can be kind of a dance. Sometimes you're together, sometimes you step apart. Sometimes there's a lot of people dancing. Sometimes it's just a pair. The idea is to be fluid. Be fluid and choose the things that make your heart happy. Yeah. If you wanted it and you got it, but it didn't make your heart happy, do you need to keep it? No. No. There are responsible ways to depart from there. Okay? Hope this helped. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.